20 pros just showed up to one gym with zero camera script, zero load management, and zero reason to hold back. Dylan Harper. Kyle Anderson. A full roster of NBA-level talent split into teams playing real games to 11, no refs calling every possession, no stoppages for TV timeouts, just call your own fouls and go. And by the time it was over, one team had run the other completely off the floor. This is what pro runs actually look like behind the scenes, setting the ground rules before a single possession tipped off. The organizer gathered all 20 players at center court to lay out exactly how the day would work. Games would be played to 11 ones and twos, split across 2 side courts to keep the pace moving with that many bodies in the gym. The message was simple: compete, get better, and if a spot opens up in the rotation, you get your shot to play your way in. There was a deliberate hands-off approach to officiating too, at least one referee per court. But for the most part, players were told to call their own fouls, respect the game, and take care of each other physically while still competing at full speed. That's the exact environment that tends to bring out real competitiveness, since nobody's relying on a whistle to bail them out. Splitting up the talent teams were divided on the spot, basket by basket. One group formed around a trio of names including Kyle Anderson, known across the league for his cerebral, do-everything style of play, alongside a mix of hungry younger talent looking to prove themselves against pro-level competition. Dylan Harper anchored another squad entirely, rounding out a 5 with a mix of fellow rising players, a group that immediately carried real speed and youthful energy onto the floor. A third grouping formed around another core of players, filling out the day's competitive structure with just enough depth to keep multiple full-speed games running simultaneously. the games themselves once play actually started, the pace never really let up. Possession after possession, you could hear the constant chatter that defines a real competitive run, players calling out screens, communicating defensive switches, and pushing each other verbally to stay locked in on both ends. That's usually the clearest sign a pickup run is being taken seriously by everyone involved, not just treated as a casual off-season workout. Scoring stayed tight through stretches of play, with games trading momentum back and forth as different lineups found their rhythm. But by the time one of the featured matchups wrapped, the scoreboard told the real story. One squad pulled away decisively, closing out a game that finished 114-73, a genuinely lopsided final margin for a run stacked with this much talent on paper. Why these runs matter, sessions like this matter more than they might look on the surface. For a rookie like Harper, getting real competitive reps against established professional level players in an uncontrolled physical setting is exactly the kind of experience that accelerates development before a season even starts. There's no coaching staff dictating every read, no predetermined sets, just pure, live decision making against real defenders trying just as hard to win. For a veteran like Kyle Anderson, it's a different kind of value, staying sharp, staying conditioned, and setting a competitive tone that pushes the younger players in the gym to match his intensity. That mix of established professionals and hungry newcomers grinding in the same setting, with no cameras dictating the pace, is exactly what makes these behind-the-scenes runs so compelling to watch. That's what a genuinely loaded pro run looks like, when nobody's holding back, real competition, real scorelines, and real development happening completely outside the spotlight. Which player do you think stood out the most in this run? Drop your take in the comments. If this gave you an inside look you weren't expecting, smash that like button, subscribe for more NBA breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.